girl Mooty, and you're watching XOXO Mooty. Welcome back to my channel. You already know it's on and popping, so don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and go ahead and leave a comment. Chat with me. Let's get to know each other a little bit, you know. Leave a comment, and I'm about to go right into the video. As you can see from the title, today's video is gonna be about how I survived one of the worst tropical storm ever. Okay, so today was a Wednesday. It was a Wednesday. I go to school in Beaumont. Beaumont is a very small city. It's 2 hours outside of Houston, Texas. So Houston is like right there. Like in order to do anything fun, you gotta travel to Houston. So I go to school in Beaumont. And that Wednesday, I think that whole week it was kind of raining. But Wednesday, it was raining so bad. It wasn't even raining that bad, but it was raining all day. Like it started raining from like 5 a.m. because I work out in the morning, and it was raining. And it's so funny because I worked out that morning and I was like, nah, don't work out that morning because it's a bad storm. But I went to the gym that morning. It was raining so bad all day. Went to class, went to work. Honestly, we were just moving with our umbrellas, and it was like, it never rained like that in Beaumont. It rains a lot in Beaumont, but it hasn't rained for like a whole entire 24 hours. The rain was constantly coming and coming. It was coming hard, it was coming soft, then it was drizzling and stuff like that. It was sprinkling and stuff like that, but it was just raining all day. So I go to sleep early. So 10 o'clock, I was knocked out. And it was like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. My roommate come knocking on my door. Boom, boom, boom. Mooty, check your car outside. And I'm like, check my car? So I go outside, I check my car, and I was like, the first thing that came out of my mouth was Subhanallah. I kid you not. That was the first thing I said, because I have not witnessed a flood before. I never witnessed a flood. And who would have thought my little Toyota Corolla would ever go through this? So at this point, the water was like covering my tires, like halfway covering my tires. So I thought about moving the car to like a higher area because because the water wasn't that high like across the street from me. But like, you know, I took pictures of it, I posted it on Snapchat, and people were awake. Like some of my friends were awake, and one of my friends lit up and she was like, oh my God, are you okay? And she was like, don't touch your car. Like that's one of the first things she said. And I was like, thank God you told me that, because I was about to move that car. And y'all, side note, so like before I went home, me and my sorority sisters, we all went to Wingstop. We ate some food. Like it was raining, but we still got something to eat. And like when one of my sisters were going home, she texted us and she was like, she's literally stranded. Like that's how bad the rain was. And you know, my car's small. Her car kind of bigger. I was like, girl, do you need me to come get you with my itty bitty car? Thank God I did not go out there, because I would not, I'm so glad this happened when I was at home. Like, moving on back to the story. So I took pictures, I sent it to my parents, I sent it to my friends, you know, in our little group chat, and I went back to sleep because there was nothing to do. I should have stayed up. I should have stayed up, y'all. It's funny now, but I was literally like terrified. So I went back to sleep, and then like I have this lamp in my room, and it's like the lamp is on the floor, like the plug is on the floor. So I woke up to the light switching. So I'm like, why is my light switching? You know, I'm scared. That's why I got the lamp on at night, because I don't like the dark. And I put my feet on the floor. I kid you not. My feet was soaking wet in water. I'm trying to get off my bed, and I put my feet on the floor, and I was like, huh? Y'all, at this point, the water was in my apartment, and like it touched my ankles. It was still low. It touched my ankles. But obviously, when you look outside, at this point, the water was like a little bit halfway to my door. So I go, wake my roommate up. I was like, girl, there's water in the apartment. And like my room was kind of like before her, so there was more water in my room than there was water in her room. And y'all, the first thing I picked up when I woke up was my backpack. My backpack had my laptop, my MacBook. My MacBook, I just got, it hasn't even been a year since I had that MacBook. Y'all, I was really hurt, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to figure that out later. But I picked up my like electronics and stuff like that, like my Apple Watch, my phone. I had to make sure that was good. My phone didn't even get the charge that much that night because I don't sleep with my phone charging, so it don't overcharge. I just picked up the little important thing I could pick up. And honestly, oh, and also in my closet, like my closet is huge, but I still keep like my laundry basket and like my storage boxes and like clothes that I don't really wear. I keep it in there. Everything was just floating in the water, y'all.
It was just floating and I was like, it was just floating.
So like at this point, we're still confused. I'm still confused. I don't know what to do. Like this never happened to me before. I don't know what to do. I'm just trying to sit in a high place so I don't get sick from the water and stuff. And I called my best friend. She was the first person I called. Well, did I call her first? I'm not sure who I called first. I'm not sure if it was my parents or her, but my parents didn't pick up regardless. At this point, it was like 4 a.m. 4 a.m. The first thing I asked her, because normally I wouldn't call her at this time because I know she sleeps, so she knew it was like an emergency. She's like, hey, are you okay? And I was like, is it too late to get renter's insurance? That's the first thing I asked her. Renter's insurance. I said never in a million years would I ever think that apartment would get flooded. Because our apartment is actually on the high block. It's like the parking lot is flat and then you gotta walk up this little thing in order to get to our apartment. So it's kind of high. So I started making calls, calling my parents, just letting them know what's up. Like, you know, we out here. Water around us, we out here. And then I called my other friend. She goes to Prairie View. Because, like, her house got flooded, but she wasn't there when it got flooded. But I called her. And thankfully, she picked up the phone. She told me that she sleeps with her phone on ringer in case anybody calls her. Because, obviously, it'll be an emergency. And I was just so grateful. Because nobody picked up. Not my parents, not my siblings, my aunt. Nobody was picking up that phone. Which is understandable. It was 4 a.m. And she was like, you need to leave that apartment. And I was like, where am I going to go? We don't even have an upstairs we don't have an upstairs. I didn't know that time, but we didn't even have someone that lives upstairs. And she was like, pack a bag, get a couple of clothes because you're about to be gone for a couple of days, and leave. Pick up whatever you can and leave. So I was like, okay. So, you know, I took my makeup and stuff. I didn't pack that, but like all like the good stuff that didn't get spoiled yet, I put it on my bed because my bed was like a little bit high. So I put my makeup and stuff on the bed. I don't even know why I took my certificates off the wall, but I did that too. I took my certificates off the wall, put it on the bed, a couple of clothes, a couple of shoes I was able to save. I put everything on the bed or whatever, and I took this luggage. I put random clothes in there. I made sure I got some scarves or whatnot. It's funny, no. Yeah, I did pack my scarves. I made sure I packed some scarves and things. I had only one shoe because I couldn't find my other gender. It was somewhere floating in the water. So I only had one shoe to pack, and that's it. No food, no nothing. I'm gonna get to that later. So, you know, I'm telling my roommate, like, my friend said we should pack and go, and I got my blanket too, so we leave. So at this point, the water is up to my knees. So we walked upstairs, knocking on the door. Nobody opened it. So I had like 2 other people that I knew that lives in our apartment complex, and they live upstairs. I called their phone and things like that, and nobody picked up. So I was like, what are we supposed to do now? And I think I saw lights from across from us, like the apartment people that live across from us. I'm not sure what I saw, but I was like, let's go over there. So at this point, the water is literally, it's still high, but you have to walk through the water in order to get across the street to the other person. And like when we were walking, other people were outside trying to see like what's up. People were calling the emergency line. People were calling Red Cross and everything. We called them too, but like they weren't coming to help us because they were taking care of people that actually had kids. Because one of the questions they asked you was, do you have any pets or kids with you? And if you said no, they basically didn't care about you. So knocked on the door, And this guy opened the door, and he was African too. So I was like, I'm so sorry. I know I don't know you. I'm so sorry, but I don't have anywhere to stay. Do you mind if we just stay here for a while? And he was like, I guess. Like, he couldn't tell us no. So we come in. Okay, so I'm trying to charge my phone. You know how I said, like, I caught a lot of people earlier? So I'm trying to charge my phone and take a nap at the same time. And everybody just starts calling me. My best friends called me. My parents called me. My aunt called me. And then even other people that I didn't called me because they seen on the news Beaumont, and they knew somebody that stayed in Beaumont. So my phone was blowing up. I really didn't get that much sleep. And I was also communicating with one of my professors that were online. She was basically trying to link me up with the masjid in Beaumont. Cause I told her, like, I called Red Cross, but they kept putting me on hold and telling me, like, it's gonna take a while. And I'm in a whole stranger's house. I just needed to, like, take a shower, eat some food and things like that, cause I was starving too. So the lady, like, my professor eventually hooked me up with this imam at our local masjid. And he was just asking, trying to make sure I was good, told me they had a place for me to stay if I needed a place if I needed a place. And my professor also hooked me up with the dean of students. Like, I literally have his phone number in my contacts. Yes. She hooked me up with him, and he was like, okay, he gonna give us 3 free meals, because I'm an off-campus person, so I can't get free meal from campus. He said he was gonna give us 3 free meals. We should just say our names when we get to the dining hall. They're gonna give us 3 free meals, and he was gonna give us a place to stay. But the gag is, for the place to stay, I later on figure out that we had to pay $12 a night. Why would I pay $12 a night if I'm still gonna have to pay my rent? Like, that didn't even make no sense. I'm displaced, and you trying to make me pay to stay somewhere? I was like, no, I didn't take that. I just took the meal, but I was like, no, I'm not about to pay to stay somewhere when I am displaced. So yeah, eventually the rain kind of stopped, and like, my school didn't put that school was canceled until like 6 a.m. They were still expecting us to come to school despite all that rain. The water was so high, it wasn't going down, like, at all. But eventually when the water did go down, like, at this point it was like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock a.m. We had went to, how, like I said, my friend lives downstairs. They didn't even get to move in all the way, but she told us she had a couple of snacks. So we went downstairs to her apartment. We got a couple of snacks, something we can chop on for a minute. And then, like, I want to say like around 2 or 3 o'clock, the water was completely down. So I was like, I was texting people, and I was like, okay, the water's down. Somebody come get me. Because my car don't work now. My car flooded. The water literally touched up to, like, my side mirrors of my car. That's how bad it was, okay? So I finally went back to my apartment. I packed more clothes because at this point, I can't stay here at all. The smell gonna make me sick and all that stuff. I packed more clothes. I packed some food. I just made jollof fries like the night before, so I packed my jollof fries.
I packed my jollof fries. I packed my fruit snacks. I was packing stuff I didn't know to pack. And I packed some water too. I don't know what was wrong with me. I was packing the wrong thing. It was just like, how you in a moment you don't know what to do. That's how I felt.
I packed some food. My friend came to get me and my roommate. Oh, she actually came to get 4 of us. Hey, she real. So she got all 4 of us and took me and my roommate to her apartment, and it just felt so good to be somewhere. Like, it just felt so good to be safe. We took a shower, and there were other people at her apartment as well. We took a shower, we played some games, we ate some food, and we were just like, chilling and just resting because it has been an entirely long day. So the next day is Friday. So, like, I've been trying to get in contact with my apartment person, but she told us that she got displaced as well, so there was no way for us to contact her. So really, that apartment was just sitting there with not knowing the next thing to do, because I didn't know, like, I just paid rent. So am I gonna get some money back, or am I gonna get a reduction of next month's rent? So y'all, what happened? I think I finally got a hold of my apartment. Yeah, she called us. She was going around calling people because we couldn't call her. She wasn't using the office phone. She called us and she was like, we have a choice of ending our lease without paying like any, you know, ending your lease fee, or we have a choice of moving like upstairs if there's an availability. So, you know, I had to talk to my roommate about it and stuff, and we ended up deciding to just move upstairs. At this point, I still don't have a car. I still can't get in my place. Half of my things are messed up. My sorority sister made me a GoFundMe page. People were just texting me, making sure I was okay, and I was okay. Like, I was like safe. My friends were keeping me company. And I really like, it really opened my eyes. Like, I really got a lot of support. People really donated a lot of money, and my sorority was just so much help. I was just really surprised. I was like, wow, all of these people care for little old me. Like, you know how you don't notice things until it happens? Yeah, that's just how it felt. I don't know. You know how you do good for people, but when people do good for you, it's just like, for me, little old me. That's just how I felt. Like, people don't really do nice things for me like that. Not to feel sorry for me or anything, but I don't know. I'm a giver, not a taker, so I'm always the one giving out of Beaumont because it was just so depressing. But yes, y'all, that is my story of how I survived one of the worst tropical storm ever that I have witnessed. Tropical Storm Imelda. It hurts. Y'all, thank y'all so much for sitting through this story time. I know I talk a lot and I just be getting off topic. I'm getting off topic now. But y'all, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel because you know it's on and popping. Okay, stop. It's on and popping, y'all. Join the family. On and popping. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next video.